My shubo laim aleichem.
Welcome back to Virgo Beams. Today is February 25th and the 21st of Adar. We will be learning the fourth Mishna in Pirkei Avot. The Yosi ben Yoizer ish Sedra, Yosi ben Yochanan ish Yerushalayim kiblu b'hem. Yosi ben Yoizer ish Sedra omer, I vetecha beit vad lechachamim, I mit'abek be'afar regleim, ve'havei shote betzama et divrehem. Yosi ben Yoizer of Sedra and Yosi ben Yochanan of Yerushalayim received the tradition from them. Yosi ben Yoizer of Sedra said, "Let your house be a meeting place for the wise, sit in the dust at their feet, and drink in their words thirstily." So if we think about the shot of this lesson that we learned from Yosi ben Sedra, he's teaching us something very, very beautiful here. He's saying that your house should be a place of meeting, your house should be a place of Torah, and you should sit at the dust of their feet and drink in the words thirstily. So who are these people that we should sit in the dust of their feet and drink their words thirstily? These are people who are full of Torah, people who live a godly life. We should be one with them. We should really connect ourselves with them and be dust at their feet. Mamish, we really should. And just one thing that I always think about on this Torah is that, I could say personally, I always used to want to share my Torah, and a person always wants to speak. But something we learned from this Mishnah is that he's teaching us to drink in their words thirstily. Oh, what does this mean? It means that it's great to speak and share Torah, but you also have to listen to the other person. It's great. It's even to listen to Torah, and that will affect our lives. And now I just want to read what one of Rav Nachman's greatest disciples, has to say on this pasuk: "Sit in the dust at their feet." Rav Nosson says, it is essential to sit in dust of the feet of those who have attained true simplicity and purity of heart. Therefore, we must endeavor to be accepted into yeshiva, literally, Torah Academy, but in this context, the spiritual fraternity of disciples, of a true tzaddik, who can give us the instruction we need to fulfill the Torah. So if you're sitting at the feet, now this makes sense. If you're sitting at the feet of a true tzaddik, you have so much to look up to. And that's what he's teaching us to do. To not literally put ourselves into yeshiva. What he's saying by yeshiva is find the person or the tzaddik in your life that you can sit at their dust, their feet, and learn so much from them and live off their Torah. He says such a place of study will restore us in true faith in God and extricate us from the depths into which we may have fallen. Therefore, if we truly care about our lives, we must set out in search of a yeshiva, of a true tzaddik, in order to attain perfect faith, fulfill the Torah, and save our lives from drownings in the depths. And he adds, such yeshivot have always existed since the days of our forefathers. Jacob was called the simple man dwelling in tents. And what were these tents? These tents were the holy yeshivos of Shem and Ever, where Jacob learned the ways of simplicity and truth, thus becoming a simple man. Oh, maybe we be zocher to find that yeshiva or that tzaddik or that person in our life that we can learn a lot from and sit at dust in their feet. And now I'd just like to add a little quick Devar Torah on this week's parsha. This week's parsha is Parshas Vayehakel, and I want to wish everyone a mamish geshmak Shabbos. We learn in this week's parsha of the building of the Mishkan. So we know that we learn in the Torah that Mishkan was the holiest place for Hashem. Hashem says, "I'm going to dwell in this place." But then we learn in this week's parsha that Hashem tells us that we can't build the Mishkan on Shabbos. So I'd just like to talk about three different things. There are three different types of holiness. There's a holiness of time, there's a holiness of place, and the holiness of people. A holiness of people is a holiness of every Jew, holiness of the Kohanim, holiness of the rabbis, holiness of places, holiness of Yerushalayim, holiness of the shul, holiness of Tzfat. It says that every shul has the kedusha of Eretz Yisrael. And the holiness of time. The holiness of time is Shabbos, Yom Tov, Yom Kippur, every holiday. And we learn beautiful things. If one can question, say, if the Mishkan is the holiest place for a Jew, the holiest place where Hashem is going to dwell, And now we learn that we can't build the Mishkan on Shabbos. That's interesting. That show the Mishkan is holiness of a place. Shabbos is holiness of time. So what's holier, time or place? The fact that we see that we can't build the Mishkan on Shabbos is showing us the holiness of time is holier than holiness of places. But we learned something interesting here. There's one thing that you could break Shabbos for, and that is to save a life. Save a life of another person. And we see that as much as Hashem is showing us that Shabbos is the holiest thing in the world, saving a life of another Jew is a different mileage, a different level. That's the level of we should all strive to. Just mom, want to save lives. So Shabbos should be this Shabbos. We should all think about how holy Shabbos is and how holy every Jew is, because that's even holier than Shabbos. With that, I like to say, Shabbat Shalom, Kol Tov.